Okay, Fambulem, welcome to another edition of the Then and Now program. As usual, I'm your host and presenter, Prince Emil Kroma. They come to Una today, the 18th of March 2020, with another special edition and brilliant edition, as usual, of the Then and Now program. As usual, we can take opportunity for talk about things that when they trend on social media, we get impact and effect on the national psyche. And this is no different from that. So I want to welcome Una. But please, 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 the usual ritual. Can we please share the audio, the video? Don't be selfish. Some people and they watch, and we don't say when they watch because we they see the stats. We know who that they and who that not they. So please, all we ask for, it doesn't really matter to us. Just make sure say you please share the video audio so you not be say now you one grain they watch their program. Today, as usual, is a very, very special one. We want to focus on one particular thing because, again, a short broadcast and hopefully it will be very short, but it promised to be very interesting as we expect callers from all over the world. The world, they go through something will subsequently be happening a few years ago. And in terms of a political calendar in Sierra Leone, this is new for another political entity or another political time in our country. We had the scourge of Ebola under another government. Today, we did talk about a coronavirus. With this coronavirus, Fambulem, it seems like the government try for a bit time, say we are practically in tune, in tandem with other body than when they talk about this coronavirus, so that should it strike our nation, we potentially get in a position and with the responsibility for respond in kind to this particular scourge. In so doing, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, call on the expertise of certain Sierra Leonean, where to an other side, it doesn't sound, it doesn't seem like something pleasurable, but in the interest, and that's how we go categorize them, that's how we go classify them, that's how we go characterize them, in the interest of national unity, in the interest of national cohesion, in the interest of the oath of office as taken by this president, they decide for saying, I'm not ruling one part of Sierra Leone, I'm not ruling one side of Sierra Leone, rather the entire Sierra Leone, comprising of a population of over 7.5 million. So decisions we make therefore reflect the length and breadth, the four corners of the country. Hence, the president, as at this particular time, made a decision we, as usual, because of a political arguments, because of the political divide the country, it also don't render some kind of paralysis in a decision where the president of the country take, which is to call on the political expertise of a one-time opponent. And that person, they still remain as an opponent of this government. And in many respects, that person there is a subject of interest to the state as per the way the new government under the new direction of this president, they conduct in business. The question here is, Fambolem, is the president right for put partisanship aside, for employ cross-party network, cross-party initiative, as at this time as to waiting potentially stand for happen to the country, in which in democratic responsibility, as per the oath of office where it take, as per the 1991 constitution, where the president is obligated to, that in order rule one side of Sierra Leone, in order rule one part of Sierra Leone, in order rule one section of Sierra Leone, but it rule the entirety of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So therefore, it make a decision that based on merit, this scourge where we call the coronavirus, we're about for wreak havoc in our country, where we don't see as per the country the way we depend on for we livelihood, in as much as some of us may not like it, but it's just a fact, which are Western powers. They under deep trouble and problem when they get for look after themselves, look after their own. The president decides, say, I will call on the expertise, or so I understand them, to be disproved. Say, once upon a time, we get a scourge in our country where we call Ebola. and there was a response unit. And ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further, I'll provide a background we need for really understand. We could talk about few different things, but not different from the decision we the president make. Once upon a time, before 2018, or shortly before 2018, the government in the country, wow, I think we get a false caller. Hello, caller, stay there for me 1 minute, please. I will come back to you if you know what I mean. Is that okay, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So once upon a time in the country, ladies and gentlemen, okay, there was an opposition party that ruled government, that made decisions of government. And during that period, there was a national emergency, a national crisis. And this now I want for let me understand, because now against this backdrop, we make this broadcast here tonight. The country get plagued by a virus called the Ebola virus, which kill thousands of we compatriots them. This scourge, it be so powerful that it decimates not only we country, but borders where we border other countries them, like the Republic of Liberia, the Republic of the Guinea. It decimates the population then at their place in it. And will not be get answer to the thing that they so be called on the international community. When we call on the international community council will rescue. Of course, there is much more to be discussed, said, and done regarding what happened. But along the way was the Minister of Defense under the erstwhile and as by Koroma government, the All People's Congress government, in of retired Major Paolo Conteh. Paolo Conteh, retired major, was asked to head a task force, a body which was tasked for deal with this particular scourge, this epidemic will be non-break in the country. And despite all of the ifs and buts, eventually Ebola was dealt with. We know we lost thousands of compatriots, but under that thing day, this particular man in question today, I think I'll try, let me see whether I'm able to try and bring a photo up so we know exactly who that we talk about, which is retired Major Paolo Conteh. Yes, I think say again picture up, when I confirm whether again picture up, please. Now the back layer. He was tasked by government for head a task force. And that task force was called the Ebola Task Force, to which he was the Chief Executive Officer, or the CEO, as we can call him for short. He hold a committee there, and by virtue of his profession, his output, and what he be able to do, as per when the president called him at the time, he be able to do boku things. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, not only past I want glorify on, not only then I want glorify on, but we need to understand the backdrop as to where we are today, because the bone of contention today is this president, retired brigadier, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, who happens to be from another government, another party, call on this particular man then, because on the basis, or so I think, because I stand to be disproved, for head a task force where potentially the scourge where they raid the earth now, where the people where they help we, where we get into trouble, they say they inside deep trouble. And the president in the infinite wisdom decides say, Fambulem, waiting I go do, now for call on experience. Fambul, waiting I go do, I go call on expertise. Fambul, waiting I go do, I go call on a proven track record. And so therefore the president called. In fact, he activates, because there's been an argument, appointment, choosing, called, he activates a response team in the Ebola crisis, which to we all suppose for me as a matter of experience. But this action when the current president of the republic retired brigadier, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, don't take. It don't cause big wahala in the country in which some agree, some disagree. So much so to the point that some they call for the president head. That now on your side, I mean party-wise, how dare he did. And this man, where he called, despite his expertise, this man, a man where they don't call the commission of inquiry, they don't harass, where they don't charge, where they don't look, say, corrupt, and even get case way pending. How on earth, how dare the president, in all of the infinite wisdom, will call upon this man or choose him for can't hear the response unit. So, Fambul, and the question here today is whether the decision where the president make in a hierarchical fashion, waiting is of the greater good. Is it politics? Is it country first? Is it about party? Is it about color? Is it about president? On the line as I speak to Una right now, Fambulem, we get a brother and friend. Of course, he go introduce himself, but in a regular contributor to this particular program, and about for bringing on, and is none other. In fact, I'll let Fanny go introduce himself. So please, caller, as usual, to stranger on this platform, please introduce yourself. And of course, I don't introduce the program and go straight into the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Prince. I'm Mohamed Kamara, commonly known as Supermed, and I'm a regular contributor to this program. So I want to say thank you for this program because you do a great job of sensitizing and talk about current issues that we're going to do with the country and the community in general. This is a very, very, very important topic where I feel say for much small. Because I want to say, I give kudos to the president. I feel say this is a very, very wise decision what he make for he will call retired Paolo Conteh, Major Conteh for help for bringing people in together for facts, prepare ourselves. We face an unprecedented situation now the world elect today. As I talk so the last 24 hours, I just said at the news, Italy, when I won power in terms of medical and everything, the economy, they lost over 475 people within the last 24 hours alone. So this is a big thing. So for that, you call somebody like Paolo Conteh, we get the expertise and experience, whatever you want to criticize them for when the last Ebola, when they had the task force, when they eventually successfully able to deal with that Ebola in that country, I believe it's a good thing because what you do, and this now country now we all country this regardless of which party you do. This fight now effect for all man for make sure so we save the country from what they happen. So in that regard, and they say I give kudos to the president 2021, and I'm very disappointed. Now people when they support in party, and I see people like so we have described as a miscreant, a fast side, but who are they come in the care for skill and bring another message for just turn things around, say, oh no, this, it doesn't involve politics at all. This is a patriotic move. When the president says, no, say, if we take this move, and when they tell her, thank you for that, or when they say, kudos to them for that. But today, like, get me, I know that the way happened today, where to mention me, because what I can believe, when we're trying to say action speaks louder than voice, would you expect the government now? But all this talk when they don't talk, so because I hear the president address the nation again this evening, but all that talk, they want to see action. I was very so disappointed because they're playing the way land today in a salon day. We don't post that, we don't advise people and say, we are here to say, alleged people will get symptoms then, like COVID-19, they on board where this coronavirus, they on board them playing and they. You're not Kenya, you're West coming. And the confusion and chaos ensued at the airports. Nobody know what for do. Nobody people they tell they say for do this. Some of the person they say no, do this. There was no structure at all. And I continue for investigator because another airline come out Nigeria. Then tell the people they say for quarantine them. The people they call they say no, according to their own directing on that country. When I say that the only quarantine people come out that country, we get past 50 cases, and Nigeria not get about 2 cases only. So they're not getting for quarantine. So it was so chaotic. It's a surprise, and it really saddened to see the chaos. at this moment in time, we expect, say, when the president talk something, not for talk no more. When they put the mechanism in place, make sure say that thing they deal with the utmost serious and important. Because this particular sector, we all know the country health system, they almost know about existence. Very hard to enter our country. You know, it's very, very disappointing that side day, because although I don't say kudos to the president, I was surprised and disappointed with what they go on, because I even investigate further. Say plenty guest house and hotel and Eastern, then they go put some people there. Some of them people are normally go put them and say, okay, go inside, go check bye-bye, and off they go. At this stage, all people in the park, I say, go on, need for cash security place, no, make sure some people are observe them quarantine, because it's very, very fundamental. Many people don't play all this year, so we get plenty, God don't bless me for the time being. We see how they decimate the international community, where the people will be used for many of the employee. Now they said then serious crisis. So why would they keep and protest our country? We don't get people for total for April. We see country and even the United Kingdom all this so. You know, we see the kind of chaos where they go on right now at the country. We see big power them like the United States. Obviously, no one call Italy against Spain. Country like Germany, France, or come up with big country lock down. Why the president in your wisdom no don't just make a lockdown? So international flight, any international flight, at least for the next 2 weeks, now we just see how this thing they go. Because it's very fundamental, more do anything possible, make this sick no can our country. So like that's my one I like first. I don't know if you want kind of much for any other thing or.
All right. I've got another caller. Caller, can I just ask you where you are calling from, please? Okay, I've lost that caller. It's an international call, unfortunately. Mr. Kamara, are you still there, sir? Mr. Kamara? Okay, I think I've got you a little bit mixed up. I mean, you get an international call, and I see 220. I will give Mr. Kamara time back. Let me just come off him and then just continue where I am. Okay, Fabulous. That was a brilliant point that the brother make, and I've been just about to ask him a question regarding something will look like a breaking news to me. Okay. I think that's the brother calling back. Mr. Kamara, is that you, sir?
Yes, it's me. Sorry, I think the line went quiet.
Oh, no. I mean, yes, it did go quiet because we will get another international call, and I'll be one give priority to that person the way we call and put you on hold. But unfortunately, I lost you both. So if I do lose you, because probably that person or person will try for call again. But just quickly to the point, Mr. Kamara, I understand from what you say that something like a breaking news. So there was a flight that went into Freetown today in which there were several foreign members that entered into a country where supposedly not be supposed to be. Do I get this right, sir?
Yes, you get it absolutely right. So people are supposed to the Calawi country. I mean, we not put banners for saying nobody for Calawi country. But we expect say the mechanism for London in place, so make sure say then they go through when they come in and know say they go through a quarantine system. Because some of them they try for IGC, they not be notified, so they go come in and they go directly into quarantine. That's now one issue. But not one flight, someone are two flights. Because there are flights come on at the sub-region of Nigeria. We come with some Nigerian people, where let me expect they come and enter the country. Because they say, according to Wisharon government, they say anybody who come out of the country, where come out of the country, will get past 50 cases of people who get COVID-19 at this coronavirus. Now the country then will go into quarantine. And then say the country when they come out of Nigeria, there are only 2 cases, confirmed cases needed. So they're not going to put them under quarantine. So the argument and the commotion began at the airport where nobody knows for get a mechanism in place for make sure say everything is dealt with in that professional way and make sure say if So they didn't have that particular play, they do an argument, they do an commotion, they pass and sneeze, they pass and cough, and if that potential somebody will get that virus, they quickly for them scatter between them people really around because they don't be very protective, gas them, plenty, and pastoral and staff will look at the airport, so already around it. So I was disappointed at that because I mean, you can see, but all this talk when the president on talk, all the niceness, at least we will get mechanism in place for make sure say we get the strictest of measures at the airport today.
Okay, there are two things I want to ask you before I let you go because you've been absolutely marvelous. First thing first, what you really understand when we get a group of Sierra Leoneans and other foreigners that will travel into the country, that despite the measures taken or the impression that the president gave the Sierra Leonean people and international community, when he made his way into Lunge Airport for a sensitization program, that came to naught when, as we know now, there was a group of Sierra Leoneans and other foreign nationals then that went into the country. And where they were supposed to have been quarantined, checked as to whether they get fever, etc., when at the Lunge International Airport, it turned out for a debacle. That are one, because I want to address both, because I have to move on. I've got plenty of people that they call right now. The second one is, Mr. Kamara, if you don't mind, it's like, despite all of this, way they go on, we understand, say, the president make a choice for call the former Ebola czar. We think, say, a lot of people make mistakes in terms of medical doctor, which retired major is not, but rather the structural adjustment that will be made in place will help perfect the Ebola scourge. He was a manager, he was the CEO, logistical problems. And this is why this president made a decision for bring retired Major Paolo Conteh in or activate the task force. What thing are you take on both of the things that I just asked just before I let you go, if you don't mind, please?
Yeah, thank you very much. And this is just a quick one. I mean, like what you said, retired Major Paolo Conteh, now the person described as a go-get person. Now, person were very active and we're very strategic in terms of for mobilize people, for bring people, like when you get a course, when you get something for doing, now the kind of people that and go to the experience. Even at the military, you will coordinate, organize, and make sure they facilitate things and for let things will move forward. I think the president says we recognize their particular expertise and experience with retired Major Paolo Conteh gets. So, like I say clearly, so if we patriotic and progressive Sierra Leoneans and welcome that move, we say kudos to the president. And we feel very disappointed by some SLPP people where, I mean, all the time they focus on politics. This is a national issue. This is an unprecedented situation. The whole globe, the whole world they face. So if we go for fair time, we go for come together and make sure so we fair time, forget about politics first, put the right people at the right place, they're going to place on this show and make sure so we succeed perfectly. The other thing again, when you mentioned about the people and when you can Lunge, the Mrs. Abbey was very, very disappointed because the hotel Lunge the government hotel in Lunge the airport today, basically they said they're in dilapidated condition because they're not going to take care of them. The mechanism not there in place. Not about someone they can quarantine people and will do this. You can forget the medical people and you have to make sure say young people will get their supplies in terms of food, in terms of all what they need among that particular vicinity for make sure say they will stay in their room. You can forget the all the internet for one day in place because the government officials them don't let everybody long ago. So they expect the internet for them prepare. And today again the commotion will happen again. It just them people now will either say they don't put them there. With all the new people don't mix them back together, you're going to put in a different hotel around the Eastern area and future. You see that the latest information you will get, and everyone can go there, so they just can go left and force. So people they go inside and do all what they go for do. We'll be expecting people, officials, and for them to only watch them for make sure so they abide by the strict quarantine measures they will put in place. You see? And that are the main disappointment that we get because I mean, I personally believe in action. So all the good talk, that's all good. But once see the action, once you say, yes, the government really serious for this issue also. Because we plenty work for people and for the country. We know the history. We know what we put again, We will say then we will change course and make sure say this thing and do serious thing about them. If you can come in and bounce for the next 1 2 that's fine.
Okay, Mr. Kamara, finally 20 seconds. You think the president in decision, of course, you've said almost something like that. I just want that explicitly for understand now. You think the president in decision for take on, we don't cause so much division as usual politics. You think the president in decision for call on the expertise of retired Major Paolo Conteh for possibly activate a task force with the experience was a good decision, was a good calling?
100% good decision, 100%. In fact, the president's best decision we ever make is governance, I think.
On that basis, Mr. Mohamed Kamara, I want to say thank you very much. Your insight, your perspective is every day accepted and mostly approved on the decision by this particular platform. I want to say thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for having me as well, and I'm very grateful for being part of this platform. Thank you.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the voice of a guest, and so many, it's a very reasonable, your voice, and he just made his points known, and obviously everybody's got a side, and we get to respect that. But while we've been talking, we get many calls from different countries. I mean, they get called from Gambia. I'm from Gambia, and I've been hearing 1 year this call from Gambia. Let me see whether this call from Gambia is actually still live, and let me understand what this caller want for say. So while we wait for the call from Gambia, let me continue for develop on the story on the appointment where don't cause so much issues in terms of argument back and forth about retired Major, one-time defense minister of the country, Paolo Conteh. Paolo Conteh, ladies and gentlemen, because when I listen to social media by and large, a lot of people don't really know who Paolo Conteh is, A lot of people just they come into social media and don't understand exactly who this man is. But we get to spell this out, and this is our duty, okay? Paolo Conteh was once upon a time responsible. The most major scourge where we don't receive, Gambia and the answer. The most major scourge we don't receive ever in our country, which is Ebola. This man, retired Major Paolo Conteh, was responsible for that particular task force. As Ebola was, the havoc we erect in our country, which we begin to do for fighter, then of course you are missing something really major. And I will try for develop them, although we get limited time in scope. But if you don't understand, because I hear a lot of people can't even pronounce Paolo's name, they can't talk about the time, or some people they make like say they understand the time, they don't really understand the history, just pretend. And you therefore ask what it is. Let me see whether I'm able to call me brother and friend. Yeah, okay, there's another call. I wonder where this call from. Hello, caller. We've just lost that caller. Let me see if I can call that caller back. Let's see if I can call that caller back, because we want to get as many Sierra Leoneans as possible. Okay, caller is on another call. So we go left that caller there for now. Fabulous, what do we understand? Say the calls that they come up from wide, far, thick, and near. So in other words, we get calls where they come up from Europe, specifically the United Kingdom where I am. We get calls where they come up from Germany. This one just come out, I believe, from Holland. We go try again. And then France, we get calls from Gambia. We go try for see whether we're able to get a call in this. So it's not only us talking, it's other people. Okay, they call. Okay, hello?
Hello.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sister, you are live. Will you please state your name, who side you the call from, and what this call is about? The floor is yours, please.
Yeah, I name good evening to my brothers and sisters. I name Adama. I call from France.
Brilliant. So we get a sister when they call from France, and we understand the subject matter in which the President of the Republic made a decision for activate an Ebola response unit. We get all the experience that you can imagine. So this sister, they call from France. Thank you very much, sister, from calling from France. Waiting at the contribution where you would like to make tonight, please.
No, my own contribution I want to make tonight, like the coronavirus will don't come now. It all over the world now. You know, if the president don't decide for put measures in place or precaution for we all come together for fight against the coronavirus for making our reaching us alone. Now, good idea. Then they called Paolo Bangura for join them.
Paolo Conteh. Okay, I think the line they play up. But what the sister been they say is the president called on Paolo Conteh, which is the bone of contention, and this sister they call from France. So if you want to know, okay, you're still on the line. Carry on, please.
Yeah, because like me, I didn't doubt because like Paolo Bangura, the man where that we don't say during the Ebola, he be involved in corruption, we don't call him, you know, even at the commission of inquiry, then we don't call him. I look get small doubts, possibly whether we don't talk, say, involved na Ebola money or Ebola waiting said. Those same person, they don't call him back for go work with them for those virus where they pass na the wall. You know, I look doubt. Yeah, I look get skeptical about this. Possibly they don't talk. Say this person they inquiry. They can't call that person for go work with them. Now true say the call where they call them. Now for they go work with them for those virus where they go around. Then they I look doubt small. Now I make a call for make I go get small for you. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Just quickly, let's say something quickly and move on to the next question. You express you know you have some doubts, which is understandable and fair enough. So let me say you did in a country, France. You're calling from France, right?
Yeah, I'm calling from France. Yeah.
And France, they under some kind of a lockdown now, not so because when they watch the news, it's like you get paper. If you don't get paper, the gendarmerie will stop you or arrest you or whatever if you can't prove as to why you didn't have the street and they move about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the president of your country, based on waiting they happen, call on Paolo Conteh because as we understand them, Paolo Conteh get an idea based on experience from that Ebola we been get, that Ebola virus. Where Paolo Naina be the head, because beaucoup people then miss the point back then. Think say na medical doctor business.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, you hear me, sister?
Hello.
Yes, you hear me? Oh yeah. Sister, you hear me?
Yeah, the line they break, but I'm listening you.
Okay, that's brilliant. So the president called on Paolo based on Paolo's experience, because that the president do, and that's not my understanding. I don't look into the background of it. The president, because Paolo get experience, and not only Paolo, by the way. Now the team, that Ebola team at the time, that kind of case they will be get the magnitude of the case. We don't want to see anything like that. So in anticipation of what potentially will happen to we, now the country, the president therefore decide for tap on the experience of person we don't experience or head a team we're able for deal with that kind of procedure there. Do you have a problem if you understand where I'm coming from, or potentially which you think the president's mindset was or is.
I understand what they try for talk on. Like me, Paolo Bangura during the Ebola, he gets a vast experience in no work. But the president's government been get doubts in Paolo Bangura about the Ebola. So why then for call him now back for go work with them for this virus where they go around? Okay. You know bad for me Paolo Bangura go work with them because this problem now all my own. They not come like party.
Yeah.
But pussy where you be don't cry down, where you be don't say this person, they not be work during the Ebola, then the embezzle money, you don't get trusting them. Even Paolo Bangura get some, they get some, they don't call them that the ACC, even like the Commission of Inquiry, get doubting them, they don't cry down that person there. Then it look that kind of person back, he call them for make can work with them. You know, like me, I look down small. Yeah.
Okay.
I look down.
Okay, my sister, let me say you doubt is well-founded because you already don't make the case. So my question to you, my sister, because it sounds a little bit political, although you doubt is very well-founded. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, you hear me? You hear me?
I didn't get you now.
Okay.
Hello?
You doubt is well-founded.
I got the network.
Okay. No worries. You can watch them later because I sure say they try for watch them at the same time. But you are live. And remember, say the entire world they listen to you. Okay. Also, you in France, Australia, Canada, America, Europe. We are watching you and listening to you. Okay, I don't lost the sister. Waiting up in the try for say family is the point where the sister make because it's an issue of suspicion. But in politics, it depends on what the case is. Sometimes we get for put the suspicion aside, or we get for think about what is the greater. In this case, what is the greater is the well-being of the people. So despite we get with suspicion and we right for hold on to with suspicions, but what is the greater? Paolo Conteh has got, let's see, there's a call coming in. Okay, I think not the same sister. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, you are live again.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, they hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I just want to let you know, say, despite the network they play up, you get for bear in mind, say you are live. So you are on and off, but you are live. So whatever you do, whatever you say, you are being listened to around the world. And we get people from Australia, Canada, America, Europe, they watch you right now. And ladies and gentlemen, just for let una know, this is the call, a reconnection from the caller from France. Okay? And even though the network they play up, she's there. So Paolo Bangura, and this not for you. So Paolo Bangura, of course, you can use suspicion, but the question I make quickly is which one, sister, you think is the greater? Now, for play politics with this, because you're right. Paolo Bangura was called to the Commission of Inquiry. There is nothing wrong with that because the present people put them under suspicion. Paolo Conteh will get questions for answer. So there's someone out to the Commission of Inquiry. He go defend himself. Then things then they still they exist. But as far as we know, in terms of legal jurisprudence, you are innocent until proven guilty. So Paolo is, for the time being, not guilty. But in expertise at this time, make everything else redundant. So the president of the republic called on him based on a knowledge and expertise for facts. A pandemic, say, come can join with you for the goodness of the country then. Do you have a problem with this?
No, I don't get a problem with that because like, now for we all, now for save the nation, you know, I support Paolo Bangura for work with the government about this evil sickness really go on. I support 100%. Me no say Paul Bangura, na man way the work, he gets a vast experience, So now the kind people and the right people and the way he don't call for me them will try for put drastic measures in place so that we no go get that coronavirus. Okay. That's a support.
Okay.
I support, I support 100%.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
The name again is Adama, right?
Adama, I'm calling from France.
Whereabouts in France?
I'm in Paris.
Wow, the nation's capital, and they're on a lockdown. Sister, I just want to say, I appreciate that even though the difficulties, you still pick time and spend time for call this particular forum and talk to we. But before I let you go, give a listener them around the world, what does it look in a major European capital as that of Paris right now when they talk about COVID-19 or coronavirus? Please.
I'm telling you, I don't tell my brothers and sisters then, especially my brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone, make we not take this coronavirus like a joke. A real, now a serious, we within France right now, we're facing a lot of things. If you don't get you pass, for Comonado, if police hold you, you pay a fine of 38 euro. Now you pay. If you go shopping, you for Canada, you post. Boku offices, they don't close, they don't shut down. Now only few then they where they go work. They're not so Boku people they say. Everybody they keep to the rules and regulations so that they will able get rid of this evil sickness they take now the country. And every day when they sleep away, with the cases that they increase. And now sickness. Where it be to say, they say if you get that, they show up quick. Yeah. The way they show up now, it don't destroy your system. Then you won't pass on to others. Okay. So we just for very be careful. Especially Sierra people then just for the wash their hands them. Very be careful of waiting and they do. Then just for list.
Yeah. Okay.
Together with the president. Because the government's no more alone. We all just come together for work so that this virus no go on our country.
Okay. Sister Adama, thank you very, very much. And in behalf of the entire Sierra Leonean community in different parts of the world, our prayers are with you, just like your prayers are with the rest of you compatriots then. Look after yourself, please, and look after your family, and we wish you well. And we want to thank you very much for calling this program tonight, all the way from France, Paris.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Good night.
Sister, you're most welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, Famulem, that was the voice of a sister all the way in Paris, France. And we really appreciate because it will provide an overview for they go on in France, Paris. But let me just go back to the subject matter. The Minister of Health and Sanitation, Sierra Leone, now one of the most important ministers right now in terms of what they go on in the country, who happens to be Dr. Alpha Wuri, he don't talk something about this very virus. And what Dr. Alpha Wuri say is that this virus is closer to the country because in terms of geopolitically, geographically, also we located, which is West Africa, inside the Mano River Union, we for short, the acronym we will call MRU, which is Mano River Union. Apart from Sierra Leone, every other country, not so very much when I say every other country, because there are 3 countries. Sierra Leone is part of the 3 countries, there's only left 2. The other 2 countries, they actually have had an experience, they don't contract this particular virus when they talk about. The advantage here is the country had the experience of the Ebola virus. And it was good for the Sierra Leone engage the other people who going back to the Ebola when the Ebola virus when we been in fear, where we people have been dying left, right, and center, that's back in 2014, the chief executive of this particular body, where happened for be, let me call it NERC, that's the National Ebola Response Committee, or whichever way you want to call that last letter. But it was the Ebola Emergency Response Committee. That was headed by retired Major Alfred Palo Conteh, okay? Alfred Palo Conteh, upon the call or activation by the current president, which is a wise decision, we therefore put all politics aside and look at waiting at the intent of the president, which as per in constitutional duty and obligation, the oath of office as sworn by the current president is to protect the four corners, the people with honors of the Republic of Leone. So therefore, at this particular time, while there are difficult circumstances, while there is a threat in a health fashion towards the sanctity of the state, the president thinks politics should be put aside, and therefore we need to talk about solutions. We need to talk about how to avoid, how to protect, how to prevent before we get into a stage where we become infected and begin to talk about a cure. Didn't we all learn that prevention is better than cure? So this is what this president, as at this time, is trying to do. That's why the president based his decision on activating the National Ebola Response Unit, who has got the technical knowledge, not a medical knowledge, because I've heard people say, well, Paolo is not a medical doctor. The president did not make his decision based on Paolo being a medical doctor. It's based on the logistics. It's based on the expertise, the experience of forming an entity which is able, to manage the affairs of a scourge on a national level. That's the credential. That's the expertise that retired major, one-time defense minister comes with. We know people are saying, for example, that the retired major is now a subject of inquiry, has now been summoned or was summoned by the ACC, who is investigating corruption and the rest of it. But in life, hierarchically speaking, there are things that supersedes another, okay? And in this case, I'm asking you, I'm throwing this to you. Assuming, not even assuming, because it is true that retired Major Paolo Conteh, one-time defense minister of the country, is a person of interest to the corruption probe that is ongoing in the country. But I said something earlier about hierarchically speaking, okay? As at this time that we are about, if not already observing a national scourge on the equivalence of the Ebola crisis, which made our country, our people, our population, our economy, some of which we are facing right now, although we are, you're talking politics about this. Isn't it right that the president should put aside politics and call on the expertise of people who have proven credentials and experience to deal with potentially what is about to befall our country? This is the question here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to call just before we end, because we think we've spoken on the issue, we've had a couple of callers, 077-4010-7250. If you are calling from abroad, don't forget to use it. Now we've got a caller. We've got a caller. What do we do with this caller? Let's see. We're gonna try. Okay. Okay, we're trying to establish connection. Hello, caller. Can you hear me? Okay, we're still trying to establish connection. We're still trying to establish connection. So while we're waiting for this connection to be connected or for it to be made, so this is where we are. And the division is so rife. The division is so deep. It is fearful. It is scary. that the president of the republic, a man that we task with the responsibility of leading the nation, makes a decision to call somebody else simply because it doesn't belong to the political class. We tend to make it appear as if the president is a president for a section of the country, for a section of our people. Instead of a section, instead of the entire country, instead of the entire square kilometers, square miles of the entire Sierra Leone Republic, left, right, four corners, instead of 7-point-some more billion people, the entire population, we tend to act as if he's only got a mandate, a responsibility to govern on behalf of some, not all. And this is very, very wrong. Let me see whether I can get hold of this caller again. This call seems to be coming from Gambia. Let's see whether we are able to get this caller. Let's see whether we are able to get this caller. Okay. It's a bit difficult, but whilst we're waiting, let's see whether we can get Gloria Strasser with the song Sweet Salon.
Salon, now we got tea. Sweet salon, now we got like one deal is got tea. Salon, it no matter how we be today. Team go find one day. I said team go better one day. Along with the plan. Salon, now yeah, we go live in happiness. No place like home. 'Cause now we motherland, and we for try now to build this land. Oh, me, I just feel say now we no more to make ya. Me, I just feel say now we no more to make ya. Let we let balance and Congo sun. Let we pour and pandemic when they wear salon. Salon, now we got tea. Sweet salon, now we got like one deal is got tea. Salon, it no matter how we be today. Team go find one day. I said team go better one day. Lion mountain.
So, okay, Fambule, we need to understand the position of former army chief, and we need to understand in credentials. So, my question I ask few of my friends is are we questioning the integrity? Are we questioning the intelligence of the current president in making a bold overture to the opposition in this case on calling on the expertise? Do we expect the president to allow, simply because of egotism, simply because of narcissistic behavior, say, you know, make overtures to the opposition if the opposition are then getting medicine or part of the medicine that if we put both together, the country will prosper? Say now we question the president. That's what we are asking, because the president then called on the former chief executive of the National Ebola Response Committee, retired Major Alfred Palo Conteh, for can act or for can help in the fight against waiting the president they anticipate say they come. Suddenly we don't politicize them, as if this president is a president for one side, not for all sides. We don't say there's a difference. We do know that. But that stopped when the president became president, when the man won the elections. He campaigned, he fought, and he won. So he became president of all Sierra Leone, all Sierra Leoneans. So when you invite another Sierra Leonean, why wouldn't they take a step back and then kind of look, tend for look at the potentials, at the prospect of what the appointment is about? Don't we understand that this virus who we talk about knows no boundaries? It doesn't know where you're from. It does not know or understand whether you're not Timni, you're not Crank, or you're not Limba, you're not Minde, or whatever. It does not understand whether you come up from the north, the northeast, northwest, or south, southeast. These are the things that we need to understand. And sometimes we understand how polarizing the politics has become, how divisive the politics has become. But sometimes we need to understand and give leadership some kind of respect. Okay? Some kind of respect. Let me see, let me try, yeah, because we get a few calls, you know, and I missed this calls because I'm through WhatsApp. Let me try this one and see what happens. If it doesn't pick up, we'll move to one or two more, and then we go close the broadcast, or I will come back now, London, which is such a shame. But I want to commend, in the meantime, while I wrap up this story, I really want to commend Mr. Mohammed Kamara. He's been a wonderful guy, despite your opinion where you hold of him. Yes. Hello, caller. Will you state your name and where you're calling from, please?
I'm calling from the Gambia.
You're calling from the Gambia. Wonderful. Yes. I keep missing your call, caller. Will you tell us?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me, caller? Caller, you hear me? Caller, you are live. People are listening to you all over the world. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh my God, I think I've lost him. Okay, that was a caller from the Gambia. Caller, can you hear me? Caller, you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, you hear me loud and clear. Okay, people are not hearing saying the call from the network is really bad. Okay, Fambula, this is a call from the Gambia. We understand, say Gambia as we speak, because I speak to the people today. Gambia, they
Hello?
Yes, caller, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, caller, you there live. I know say the network is really bad, but just tell me quickly. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, caller, you there live. Just tell me quickly. Tell me quickly what Gambia look like right now in terms of this coronavirus. We understand say we're under lockdown, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and blah blah blah. Can you tell me quickly, please? The whole world is listening to you. Hello? Oh my God, the line is bad. Yes, just explain yourself, caller. Tell me. Yes, you did live. Tell me about Gambia quickly before we lose you again. Yeah? Hello? Oh my God. Okay. The line is really, really bad. The line is really, really bad. Yeah. Okay, he's called. Okay. Hello, caller? Hello? God. Hello? Hello? Oh my God. The line is bad. Okay, caller, if you hear me, Fambule, this caller they call from the Gambia, and the line is really bad. Okay, just explain to me quickly because the line bad. You just talk. Tell me what's in the situation in Gambia. Yeah, please let me know because we get a Fambule in Gambia. Okay, we don't lose them again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know my black up in myself. Or because of 3 weeks, so it's like now we live.
Okay. I will have to leave this caller. Let me just reconnect again and let him know. Okay. So we've can't go on with that caller, but that's a brilliant attempt, at calling, making their position known. So
welcome to the EE voicemail. I'm sorry, but
we will be forgetting from all over the place, and let me see whether we'll get one or two more callers, and then we close the show. I really need to close the show anyway. I think we've had enough. Maybe 2-3 caller then. Okay, this caller from Gambia still try for call. Okay. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Yes, just go on and speak straight away. Tell me waiting at the condition like that. Yes, because we keep, I don't want to waste your credit because
everybody is afraid. Everybody is afraid. So we the restaurant in the market to buy and keep, because you know maybe the next 3 weeks we say everybody's paying us for 3 weeks. We know whether we're going beyond that. So people in fairness and everybody will rush to get food and store it.
So Usai you the call for? Oh my God. There's another call coming in. Hello caller, you name and Usai you the call for, please.
Yes, sir. This Victor Spain. Well, I actually call you because I saw your missed call.
Okay, Victor, you are live.
When you run a food shortage right now, everybody run to the supermarket and the market get the food stuff.
Okay.
So we will store them at the house for the next 3 weeks or more. Because nobody know when this thing will done. So everybody will rush for food stuff. So food stuff they get shorting in the Gambia right now.
Who's are you the call from, caller? Who's are you the call from? Gambia? We get a mix up again. The guy they called from Gambia, and I'll make a personal appeal because I've been one for letting you do the personal appeal. A lot of us here get family, friends, and the rest of it in the Gambia. So please, me appeal to una all. Let me keep in touch with the Gambia, not only in the Gambia, but also we get family. If we will have to help, imagine also we did on the western side of things. Capitalism, we are struggling and we are going to struggle. Let me remember we family and Dongyanda. So please, let me not forget them. If we will get able for help, do you allow we help? Yeah? Okay. The guy don't even try to highlight the position, but unfortunately, the network, they misperform. Let me see whether I can get the last caller from, I think that last caller was from the United Kingdom. Let me see whether I will get them again. Let me just see. So it's just 2 minutes of conversation quickly. And I think we don't lost them because normally the phones don't ring this long. And most likely it might be because they don't want to contribute. And this is why I admire the temerity, the indefatigability, the brilliance of Mr. Mohammed Kamara. I will never forget the brother, regardless of where people they want for Putam. He never shies away from expressing his thoughts. So some of us sit down, we go take a poke shot later, but when the opportunity there for let we express ourselves on an issue of national debate, we don't. And here we are. So anyway, Fambulen, we come towards the end of the program, but I mean just one for let me know say one thing. The president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, made a decision for employ the services or activate the services of the National Ebola Response Commission or unit. This was a smart or is a smart move because it did in anticipation of what is to come. If you ever play draft is like looking forward, looking into the future. And the advanced nature of draft is chess. You cannot play somebody where they play chess. Yes, you're a good draft player, but a good draft player can metamorphose or move on to another level. And that level, they will be that of chess. So that possibly is one step ahead. So the president tactically, strategically, they think about what is to come. Despite all of the shortcomings, the failings, and etc., he is tactically thinking. He is strategically thinking. And the team, I think, does have a problem. The president go on a sensitizing program, Malunge, tell all man, oh, blah, 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 presentation, preparation, and the rest of it. Only for the first test to turn up na Lunge International Hotel, and then we know what in commodity. We shall not go over that, but we know. But we get for be honest to ourselves that this is just completely wrong. That if we don't talk about it, which means that we're not lying. And because people like we talk about it, the president then decide for send a task force for go understand exactly what's in the ground, because I was there a few weeks ago. And a few weeks ago, we prepared the ground just in case we will have to go into this, a lockdown or quarantine, and then foreign nationals then come up and see what's happening. No prepared nurses, they for take temperature and the rest of it. The quarantine center, which happens to be the hotel, is so filthy that instead of you avoid infection from there, that's potentially, that's a disgrace. That's not called for. But family, I think I don't talk enough of this. And the move by the president was a good one. It does not really resonate well. I don't want to call him, but certain people are supposed to call. And I don't want to mention that. It's because after this broadcast, they will make a lot of noise privately, but they not get the audacity and the guts for pick up the phone or for even contribute. Nobody is going to say or tailor what you're supposed to say. Waiting at your position, because there's been this big hoo-ha, Englishman say hoo-ha, about the appointment or selection or activation of the Ebola response unit by this current president. People then politicize her. Boku noise. But now privately, when it comes to making it count, make your voice count, where are they? So please, if you cannot put up, I tell you tonight, just shut up. I say it once more. If you cannot put up, just shut up. Don't begin to take pot shots at people when they take the chance for come out and educate the masses. They might not get it right because after all, they are not God or gods. They just make attempts for make things known. Where are you? When it does matter, you know, it will pick them up. But I guess as this podcast finish, you're going to be, I appreciate that. Let your views be known. But you can't contribute publicly. Also, you're shy. Or you know, say you don't get a voice because you have no confidence. You either shut up, you put up. Of March 2019, the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone made a bold move. He did his calculations. He knew that he would be condemned, because that's the nature of politics. Retired Major Paolo Alfred Conteh knew that he would be lambasted for taking up the position. Una need for ask una self. Now, who are the patriots? Who are the real patriots in this sense? Alfred Palo Conteh will take up an offer made by the President of the Republic in a position for save a nation from a scourge where we see the calm, we don't decimate capitalism, we as we speak inside Western, because some of us don't really understand what capitalism is. Some of us don't really understand is that since the end of World War II, that we will see something like this, in which there will be massive and major quarantine inside major European capitals. Because on that I try to avoid. Some of the agreements that they signed, this is what they try to agree, that no longer, not ever, shall we descend into this kind of chaos. Because capitalism, they represent a kind of different brand. Now somebody else can practice them kind of things there where we see. A lockdown, that's in fact a sexy word. They call it coffee order. But semantics they play, it depends on Uda Ideto. And then you got people where they don't even understand. You've not been following this for 30 years, 20 years, 40 years. You're dumb. When you begin watch CNN, when you begin read Newsweek, when you begin read Time Magazine, when you begin read Africa Watch, don't even go there. So the president sees this, say, this is the condition and the situation that we are in. Would I ever get the responsibility? Would I ever get the expertise? We will call on them, not to politics. Some people inside the president in your party, they call for the president in aid. Some people that inside the opposition party, they say, why Paolo accept them? But have they asked themselves, what is Paolo in choice? Paolo, even if you don't say no, could he have said no? And if he had said no, at which cost? You don't imagine that? Just juxtapose your position with Paolo for a second, put yourself in a Paolo position and see what you would have said. On this basis, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've said enough on this issue. This weekend on Sunday, we will get an issue on the First Lady, Fatima Bio. And this is going to be very, very important. And I say again, this is going to be very, very important. The First Lady, of course, is in the limelight for all the wrong reasons. So we're going to be doing a story on previous First Ladies, how they transform their office. We're nothing wrong with waiting Fatima Bio they try for do, but other than in approach. And how this current president is weak. Did you hear me? How this current president is weak. We go say that. We go say that to them. We don't see people in come out and say, you know what? Now praise and they try for praise Fatima. On those basis, where it cause problem, even within the SLPP circle, it cause problem for in husband. As per the manual I can see in my background. Look at that. Looking very presidential and what have you. But how is he acting? Weak. Because you get for imagine waiting Fatima Bio they do. So we go give una a rundown on the First Lady as we sabi in the past. We're not going to box below the belt because after all, we all get with skeleton in our closet. But we go make a major analysis. We go talk about the Minister of Gender and Children Affairs. A woman will be dinner, will be make £8.10. £8.10. Did you hear me? Let's say out loud and clear. £8.10. Way in qualification. Look up. Do I need to mention it? How qualified is she to lead an entire ministry? Little wonder why we need to make progress in terms of the administration right now. We know this. We know the director for Sleeper or the manager for Sleeper, who he was. Same Tesco. What was he or she managing? So is it that during this current president in time in this country, where there were difficult times with no one going to that, those who made the ultimate sacrifice for make contribution to RAM at the time for keep them going, it reward them at the expense of the state. And waiting make me as a citizen of the Republic not get a right for talk about that. And if this is the case, I am ready to talk about all of this. and this they come this Sunday. Why is Fatima Bio making all this effort, but yet it is not resonating with the Sierra Leonean public? Why it go make a pad where it wants sell to the people for free, but it take a name, it take a signature, it take a picture and the insignia and put on the pad? Is it about herself? Is she being narcissistic? Or is it about the office of the First Lady and promoting a good cause? Can she equate herself with former First Ladies? Lady Patricia Kaba, one of the most learned First Ladies ever in the Republic of Sierra Leone, First Ladies. Is it about Sia Yama Koroma, one of the First Ladies we learn ever? Okay, when I say learn ever, with a confirmed degree, a pediatrician, okay? We get young program them. We lead carefully in life. Lady Hannah Momo, we carry the office, although he been get your issues of morality because of his husband, but left his husband suffer, not for taint the office. Or Lady Rebecca Stevens, that might be with 11 picking a mother of a nation, as opposed to somebody where they demonstrate arrogance, indignity to the office, where they challenge the very people that we're supposed to represent. We ask the people, did the state, give me water? Water. Did you have the guts and the audacity for ask the people of Sierra Leone whether they give you water at your wedding? You think all of your wedding was privately? If it were ever sponsored, do you really think that way? Do you really think that the motorcade way you ride to your wedding, now that private, so-called private church was not publicly sponsored at the expense of taxpayer? Do you think after the marriage, the Sayusa, you go lay down in a state lodge, it's not being sponsored by the people of Sierra Leone? Madam First Lady, do you really think that? You really need to contemplate on that and take a step back and begin to recalibrate. You need a Sierra Leonean people. Other than that, you just disengage yourself, alienate yourself. Calibrate that for you carefully, because you get the potential, but there is something fundamentally wrong, Madam First Lady. This is not a you program, but I just want people to for no say your program they come very, very soon. We waiting you talk about you and your man. You get problem. You get for be careful like they say. I had money, I worked for 22 years, which is all fair. But say we bokunaya where we know we self. So sometimes when we self they talk, I get for left room little bit because when investigation begin a problem. Right now we can go pay money to how you call on the disclosure unit. We can go pay money, you forget that declaration. Yeah, public declaration where we go know what happened. Who were you paying tax to? Who don't be your agent? You pay tax, your man, and the rest of it. So please, 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 let's be careful. And we don't want box below the belt, okay? There is much more for you to do as a First Lady than all this rubbish where they get entangled on when not really necessary. Your man love you, and you love your man, but there's something that you're exposing which no right. Remember Christopher Ure? Let's just call a few names. Going back 15 years ago, 10 years ago, remember Didier Drogba of Chelsea? Remember Christopher Ure because people like make mistake, they can begin talk about George Weah and begin associating with Fatima. I think that's the mistake. And when I speak tonight, you're going to say, when I mentioned Christopher Ray of Arsenal, where people no know, now the connection, and Lady Fatima Bio, let we be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I need for end as at this point. Until then, on Sunday evening, I have been your host and presenter, Prince Emil Alpha Chromato. All the one that we make attempt for call this net, or we call, we speak, I want for salute now. So all those we make the attempt and try for call and not go through, good luck next time. To all those who backed away and decided not to take the call, maybe for good reasons, thank you very much also for expressing the thought for calling. Thank you very much and good night.
I promise to defend